Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. You won't believe what's been buzzing around Dodger Stadium lately. It's the kind of behind-the-scenes chatter that fans usually never hear about, unless someone slips. And slip they did. Reports, whispers really, have started to surface about a growing rift in the Dodgers locker room, and the name at the center of it all? Max Muncy. Yeah, that Max Muncy. The slugger, the all-star. The guy who once crushed baseballs like it was nothing. According to sources close to the team, even manager Dave Roberts is starting to get frustrated with what he's calling a contaminating influence on the rest of the squad. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let's be clear. This isn't about stats or performance. This is about energy, about mood, about leadership. And when a veteran manager like Roberts uses a word like contaminating, you better believe people are perking up and paying attention. From what we're hearing, Roberts didn't make this comment in a press conference or a public interview. It was something said off the record in a more private, internal setting. But as we all know, in today's hyper-connected world, nothing stays secret for long. A leak here, a whisper there, and suddenly you've got a story that's way too loud to ignore. The word contaminating reportedly came up in a conversation about clubhouse dynamics and why the team hasn't quite clicked this season the way fans expected. Sources say Roberts expressed concern that Muncy's attitude, or maybe just his energy, was starting to drag others down. Not intentionally, but it's happening. It's the kind of thing that doesn't show up in box scores, but any former player will tell you it matters. Now, let's not forget who we're talking about. Max Muncy isn't some fringe guy barely hanging on. He's been a key part of this. Dodgers era, delivering clutch hits, stepping up in big games, and earning the respect of the league. But with recent struggles, both at the plate and possibly with lingering injuries, it seems like he's been carrying some heavy frustration. And frustration, when not managed well, can spread. Think about it. You're in the locker room every day. The same faces, the same voices. One guy comes in dragging his feet, constantly looking down. Maybe snapping at teammates or just staying silent when encouragement is needed. It sets a tone. And that tone, according to these behind-the-scenes whispers, has been shifting in the wrong direction. Now here's where things get even more interesting. If Roberts did say something like this, even privately, it signals that he's seriously concerned. Because Dave Roberts isn't the kind of manager who throws his players under the bus. He's known for being supportive, for protecting his guys, for being the glue that holds a diverse group of personalities together. So for him to even hint at a player contaminating the rest of the roster, that's a red flag. Or at the very least, a flare shot into the sky. And while he hasn't addressed this publicly, the speculation alone is enough to stir things up. Are we seeing the first signs of a deeper conflict? Is this something that could impact how the Dodgers approach the trade deadline? There's also a theory floating around that this whole thing might be a setup for something bigger. Some fans are wondering if this is the first step in softening the blow, maybe even justifying a potential trade or roster move. Because let's be honest, the Dodgers are always thinking ahead. They don't just react, they plan. If Muncy's energy is affecting team chemistry, and if his bat isn't quite making up for it right now, could the front office be preparing to move on? It wouldn't be easy. Trading a player like Muncy would send shockwaves through the fan base. But if the internal dynamics are suffering, the team might not have a choice. And planting the seed that Muncy is part of the problem, that's how you start easing people into the idea. Of course, not everyone's buying this narrative. Some insiders are pushing back, saying this is being blown out of proportion, that Muncy's just competitive and going through a tough stretch. They say Roberts' comments, if they were even made, are being taken out of context. That what's being called contaminating might actually just be intense passion, the kind of fire you need in a postseason push. After all, Muncy's been through slumps before, and he's come out stronger. And there are teammates reportedly defending him, saying he's still showing up, still putting in the work, still trying to lead. But still, when these kinds of rumors surface, there's always something behind them. It's rare that this kind of talk comes completely out of nowhere. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. And let's talk about timing. The Dodgers are approaching a critical stretch in the season. Postseason dreams are still alive, but the margin for error is razor thin. Chemistry matters now more than ever. So if there is a personality clash, or if a veteran like Muncy is off his rhythm mentally, emotionally, and socially, it could ripple out into the team's overall performance. And when you're chasing October, every ripple counts. Could Roberts be sending a message not just to Muncy, but to the rest of the team? A warning shot maybe. A subtle push to reset the mood before things spiral too far? It's also worth considering how Muncy himself might react to all this. If these rumors reach him, and let's be honest, they will, it could go one of two ways. He could double down, retreat further into himself, maybe even grow resentful of the team and the media, or he could take it as a challenge, use it as fuel. We've seen players in this exact situation turn things around using criticism, fair or unfair, as motivation. And if there's one thing Max Muncy has never lacked, it's fight. The question is whether that fire still burns for this team, or if something fundamental has changed in his relationship with the Dodgers culture and leadership. And let's not overlook the fans in all of this. Dodgers fans are loyal, passionate, and deeply invested in their players. Muncy has built up a ton of goodwill over the years, and for many, he's still seen as a key piece of the heart and soul of this team. But fan patience only goes so far, especially if there's a sense that one player is holding the team back, not on the field, but in the clubhouse. If this narrative grows, if more details leak, or if on-field performance doesn't improve, the tide of public opinion could shift fast. We've seen it before. Heroes become scapegoats in the blink of an eye. In the end, this might all blow over. Maybe Muncy finds his swing. Maybe the clubhouse vibes shift. Maybe Roberts clarifies his comments or denies them outright. But even the possibility that the manager believes one of his core veterans is contaminating the team, that's not something you just brush off. It speaks to tension, to frustration, to a season that isn't quite living up to expectations. And when you're the Dodgers, expectations are everything. So keep an eye on this story, folks, because whether it ends with a redemption arc, a roster shakeup, or a shocking trade, this isn't the last we've heard of the Max Muncy situation. Far from it. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.